Welcome back to Bruins Game Reactions. Boston Bruins win 3-2 over the Florida Panthers after being down 2-0 more than halfway through this game. They're able to come back and they're able to pull off the win. It got a little hairy at the end, I'll admit. But Boston is able to come back, hold off the Panthers for the final 8 minutes, and they're able to win. This game, I'm trying to decipher it really. You could almost make it 3 different games. Each period was nothing like the last. The first period, first 5 minutes even, were all Boston. Came out of the gate hot, looked really good, ripped a couple off the post, and Florida scores. Immediately, that's not great. 4:27 in, Florida's able to get one right off the face-off. People are saying that that's a bad goal on the first shot of the game. I'm also kind of going to say Swayman probably got a little cold after the warm-up. Not getting a shot until 4:30 basically into the game. It's not great. It really isn't. It also happens, though. Swayman ended up bailing this team out when he needed to, all throughout this game. So, after the first 5 minutes, that comes and goes. Panthers kind of take over. Boston got 3 more shots in the final in the final 15 minutes of that period. It wasn't looking good. And I kind of figured it would be like the first game of the season series with these teams. Florida comes in, get the first goal, get the second goal, get the third goal, and run Boston out of their own building on opening night. Although they were down in Florida that night, whatever. It all means the same. It doesn't matter. But Swayman stood there. He stood tall, not letting anything get by him. And slowly starting to creep into the second period. The Bruins kind of started getting under the Panthers' skin a little bit. The very new-look Bruins, who are apparently a weirdly good team now. I say weirdly good. I'm not going to say they're good. They've won 2 games in very weird fashion, especially for this season's team. Kind of just start digging at the skin of the Panthers. And the Panthers are getting a little frustrated by it. Take a couple of dumb penalties. Boston gets 2 back-to-back power plays. Can't do anything with them. It's unfortunate because they had a couple really good chances again. But just keep digging. Can't quite get one. As we head into the third period, right? Yeah. As we head into the third period, Panthers lead 1-0. At this point, you're just thinking, maybe you try to get a point out of this one. You hope. There's no guarantee. Boston takes a bad penalty. Should have really been 4-on-4. 2 minutes for roughing on each. How it's not, I don't know. I'm not going to question it, though. Obviously, Boston gets the win. If they end up 4-on-4, maybe they score, maybe they end up losing the game. We got the good ending, that's all that matters. And then Nikita Zadorov takes a roughing call. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Is it a roughing? Yes. Is it a great roughing call? No. Not really, unfortunately. Adds 2 minutes to his already league-leading 119 penalty minutes. He added 5 more at the end of this game. Only actually served 3 seconds of those 5 minutes, but whatever. Up to 126 now. And the Panthers able to barely capitalize. 4 seconds left, 5-on-3. man, all the momentum was in the Panthers' favor at this point. The fact that this game didn't get away from Boston is a miracle. Yeah, they're able to get one. Obviously, it's not a great scenario. You go down by 2 with 15 minutes left. This is crunch time. What can we see you do? After watching that game, man, I really don't want to say this. This team's got juice. They're alive. I would have thought after trading Carlo, after trading Marchand, after trading Coyle, this team would have been dead in the water and would have just sunk right to the bottom of the East, to the bottom of the league even, almost. There's a few very bad Western Conference teams at the bottom of the league. And all of a sudden, David Pastrnak, of course, it's got to be him, doesn't it? He had 2 points in this one. Gets Boston on the board. Just over, I think, 10 minutes to go. This was a power play that David Pastrnak drew after getting tripped up by Seth Jones, and Pastrnak is able to go to work almost immediately. 40 seconds in, blasts one past Sergei Bobrovsky, and all of a sudden, hold on here, 9 minutes to go, down by 1, you just score. This team's got life. Show us what the next couple shifts are. Get us through this here. See if you can get one more. Not 3 minutes later does Mason Lowry do just that. Walks the line, brings it in, takes the shot, scores, makes it 2-2. Less than 8 minutes left. We have a game here. At this point, I'm thinking there's no way. There can't... This isn't this team. This isn't what they do. Florida's going to find a way to score like 3 in the final 8 minutes. I don't even know what I'm saying. In the final 7 minutes of this game. And they're going to humiliate Boston on home ice. It doesn't happen. Florida starts cracking, and they start crumbling. And then, all of a sudden, Pavel Zacha, he gets a chance. He scores. It's now 3-2. Where has this been this entire season? If this is how this team plays, 9 minutes to go in crunch time and you're able to get 2 goals and then you get a third in less than 8 minutes, where has this team been? I will be the first to admit, okay, Florida doesn't have Aaron Ekblad. Okay, they don't have Matthew Tkachuk. Do I think this game swings the other way if they have both those guys? Absolutely, I think it does. They don't have Brad Marchand. If they have Brad Marchand, Matthew Tkachuk alone, not even if they have any 2 of the 3 guys in there, pendulum. That's a weird word. Goes the other way. Florida might destroy this team, but they're not in the game. You play who's in front of you. And that's all Boston has to do. In the final 5 minutes, lock it down, play good defense, and they're able to do that. For 98% of the final 5 minutes, they're able to do that. Swayman had to make a couple 10-bell saves. I'm getting to the quick whistle shortly. But, I mean, I have no words for that. Other than it's absolutely amazing. This team that is a corpse of its former self is able to, not only beat the defending Cup champions, are able to beat the team that's leading the division in a game that means a lot. These games mean a lot. These next 10 points. Obviously, you've got 4 of 10 now. 2 Tampa games, the Ottawa game, the tonight's game against Florida, and then you face Buffalo. Those are your first 5 games out of the trade deadline as this carcass of this former team, this I'm at a loss for words. Monster of a team that should not be good, but has continued to be good. And all of a sudden, you're 2 points out now. Less than 20 games to go. You have a chance. You have a chance. You're giving this team something to root for. And when Pavel Zacha scored, that blew the roof off of that building. I don't know what else to say other than that. I haven't seen... This was the best win of the season. The best game of the season. And I mean, you beat Toronto 4-3 in overtime earlier this season. I want to say it was game 14. Nothing's better than beating Toronto 4-3 in overtime. Of course, my camera shuts off. I don't think I was recording for too much, so I don't think I missed too much. This team didn't hear no bell. I don't want to sound cliche, cringy, whatever you want to call it. No, this team didn't hear bell. I don't know what Joe Sacco said to this team during one of the TV timeouts halfway through the third. It fired them up, though, clearly. Pasternak scoring, lower eye scoring, Zacha scoring. That's the core of your future, man. Obviously, you're missing Charlie McAvoy. Matt Poitras, healthy scratch for the first, for back-to-back games. I don't even know if he's with the team, if I'm being honest. He might be sent down to Providence. I haven't seen an update on that. Now, let's get to the goal that maybe kinda sorta should have been a goal. Shot comes on. Swayman stops it. Gets a bit of a quick whistle. I will be the first to admit it was maybe a little fast. But in saying that, Florida had a lot of stuff go their way. They had a lot of stuff go their way. And Boston gets a quick whistle, quite frankly, when they needed it. So, call it, oh, well, they don't get whistles, but they get the ones that matter. Yeah, that one kind of mattered. Puck squirts just out behind Jeremy Swayman, trickles into the net, and it's a goal. It gets waved off. It gets waved off as no goal. They go to the box, they review it. Call on the ice is no goal. Call stands as no goal. We play on. It's 3-2. Clock's winding down. Swayman makes the stop. 3.3 seconds left on the clock. Sam Bennett comes in, cross-checks Nikita Zadorov, and immediately confetti gloves him. That was a great fight. For some reason, the Panthers decided Nikita Zadorov was the guy to go after the entire night. And Nikita didn't let it bother him until, quite frankly, kind of garbage time hockey. Obviously, you're up by 1. It's not safe, but at this point, you don't know whether you're going up, whether you're going down. You're playing for your job. And Nikita Zadorov just starts feeding him his lunch money, grabs a hold of him by the collar. Finally, Bennett decides to shake the gloves off. They go at it. Zadorov gets him down on the ground, lets it go. Sam Bennett tried grabbing onto Pasternak's jersey. Don't know why I couldn't think of that, sorry. And just kind of starts yanking on him as Zadorov's just punch him. He's not even trying to defend himself. He's just letting Zadorov punch him, grabbing Pasternak's jersey like that's going to do something. Pasternak just kind of hits him, shakes him off. Whatever. Zadorov continues to lay beating on him. And then finally, the refs decide to break it up. Zadorov gets pinned behind the net. And then as Bennett gets up, he starts trying to go after Zadorov through the referee. Why? You're Sam Bennett, I guess. You're at. That's what you do. Oh boy, I'm out of breath. Wow. Who else was there? Andrew Peeke. Who was it? I want to say it was Anton Lundell. Tried to get the puck off him. Peak passed it to Witherspoon. Witherspoon sent it up the ice and reverse hits. I'm going to assume it was Anton Lundell. Lundell, I guess, according to him, you're not allowed to do that. Takes exception to the hit. Starts going after Witherspoon. And Peak comes flying in like he's Superman. No, sorry. That was Jakub Lauko. Former Bruin, current Bruin, Jakub Lauko. He was Andrew Peak in that. Comes in, just starts beating on Anton Lundell. Refs come in, whatever, doesn't matter. Andrew Peak, though, man, he was relatively quiet, but man, anyone came near Swayman during the third period and Peak was on the ice, you're going right to the back of the boards. No questions asked. He would come in flying right to the back wall. People are asking, who's going to be the captain? Who's going to be the captain? If we re-sign Marchand, should it be him in free agency? People are saying it should be Pasternak. It should be McAvoy. It should be Lindholm. It should be Zacha. All of those options, Hampus, Lindholm, not Elias, sorry. All those options, great options. Mark Kastelik, Andrew Peak. Those are my two choices. If I am Joe Sacco, if I am here next season, because I do believe that is an if, this team has not performed great under him, however, better than what they performed under Jim Montgomery. If I am here next season, Pasta, I love you, man. You stepped up big this season. Not too sure it's your time. Charlie McAvoy. I don't know. Something. Maybe I'm missing something in his game. I don't think he's captain material. You want someone to show emotion, but not just not just being excited when they score. You need a Connor McDavid dig the in. You've heard the line. I want to say Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. I'm sure everyone's heard it by now. It's Mark Kastelik. It's Andrew Peak. Those are the two guys that embody Bruins hockey the best this season, that are on the current team. That is something that needs to be specified now. If it's not them, maybe you rock 3As. I know Coyle did have a letter during the time that Brad Marchand was out. Well, I mean, he's not here now either, is he? So that doesn't matter. I don't know, man. I do not know. Thankfully, that's why I'm here in my mother's basement. And I'm not coaching an NHL team at 19 years of age. Oh boy, I'm out of breath. I need to go grab a drink of water. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Click like if you like. Click subscribe if you enjoyed. And this team's not dead. They're down. They are definitely down. They are not out. Show no quit. Keep pushing. Game 82. Bring it on.